So my stick bugs, so do you remember me showing you my stick bugs? I'll pull one out so you can see. So my stick bugs have been laying eggs.
Wow.
They have been laying eggs. So remember my stick bugs? This is one of my stick bugs. They get pretty long. This one's about 3 inches long just on the body part. And they've been laying eggs. So I had to take a bunch of the eggs out so that they wouldn't keep having babies. Because if I didn't, I would have about 300 stick bugs that are 3 inches long living at my house. That is a lot of stick bugs.
Wow. Too many.
That is too many stick bugs. You're right. So yesterday they had this many. I don't know how many this is. This is all eggs in here, and there's a little bit of poop in there too, but this is mostly eggs, and this is just from yesterday. So what I needed to do was separate out the mamas from the babies, and I'm going to take these eggs, and I'm not going to let them grow so that I don't have a whole bunch more eggs. This one is very friendly. She's crawling up my arm. So I'm going to show you what I ended up doing. I will be posting a video. Come on. I will be posting a video of a stick bug book with a lot of facts on them with different kinds of stick bugs. And it's also going to talk about how we keep their habitats and what they look like in different places around the world. So that's something that I'm going to post next week for you to look at. But today we're going to talk about these kinds of stick bugs, okay? They look like sticks, don't they? Yeah. Oh, there he is, crawling up. They're just so interesting to watch too. So I'm going to turn my laptop so that you can see. This is what I've got right now. I've got 2 whole terrariums filled, all my stuff in the way, with my stick bugs. So this one right here is all the mamas, and this one right here are all of my little tiny babies. So I will show you a little tiny baby. But while I'm getting out the other stick bug to show you, I wanted to let you know that these guys, they look really big, but their bodies are really thin. So they can put their legs up really, really tall and reach, and they can get out of very small places. So I had left an opening so that they could have a really nice big breathing hole in the middle of the night in their new fancy terrarium that I've set up for them for this part of their life. And in the morning, Mr. Kevin, who's my boyfriend, some of you know him or you've heard me talk about him, he found I think 6 of the stick bugs, these big guys. They were crawling around my kitchen. They got out of the hole. And so he had to go gather them all up. So they're in a much nicer place now. They're in a bigger terrarium. So let me see if I can find a little baby for you to see, so you can see the difference in size. There we are. So this is a baby stick bug. This is a little tiny baby stick bug. This one is just hatched.
Wow.
See the difference? Let me grab my So there's the difference. They will go from this size to this size, and it'll take about a year for them to grow to be this size. And when they get to be this size, that's when they start laying eggs, and that's when we might have a problem because we don't want to have 300 stick bugs in our house, right? So I have to be very, very careful about what I do when they reach this stage. And this one's still crawling up my arm. So I would love to read you a story about stick bugs, and some of you know this story because I've read it to you in class last year. And let's see. So this is called Good Trick Walking Stick. Alrighty, let's see. Can you see that? Mm-hmm. Kylie and Miss Sharon, you see that really well?
Yes, yes.
Okay, good. Alrighty, let's see what we can read here. Drop, plop, drop. Tiny eggs fall to the ground like a slow rain on an autumn day. Leaves float on the breeze and hide the eggs. The air turns crisp. Snowflakes drift. The woods are covered in a blanket of white. Underground, buried deep, the eggs are safe. So I had to take out all the dirt so that they didn't keep burying their eggs in the dirt too. When spring comes, the sun melts the snow. Drip, 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 it warms the earth. What's happening to the eggs? Look at that. An egg moves. Wiggle, 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 pop. Out crawls an insect. It looks like a stick. It can walk. It's a walking stick. Or I call them stick bugs too. Look at it, it's coming out of the egg. And I remember last year, I helped a couple of them get out of their eggs because they were stuck on their bodies. And if I didn't help them, they would have lost one of their legs, but they probably would have grown it back the next time they molted or shed. And I'll show you a shedding of the stick bugs in the video that I'm going to post next week. Okay, the baby walking stick is hungry. She begins her search for food. She finds a leaf that is low to the ground. She eats, munch, munch, and eats, munch. So they have rose leaves in their terrariums right now, and that's what they're eating today. And eats, munch, munch. As the baby walking stick eats, she grows. As she grows, her outer shell or casing becomes tight. The baby walking stick wiggles and stretches. She sheds her casing and grows a new one. This is kind of there we go. And you can see that they have berries. These are, I believe these are, I don't know if this is a blueberry, but they do eat blueberry branches too. The walking stick blends into the forest. Good trick, walking stick. Do you see that? So this is the casing. This is their casing or their shedding, kind of like how Pop-Tart has a shedding with the scales on it. They leave behind a casing that looks just like their bodies, even with the legs and the antenna and everything. So cool. But here comes a bird with keen eyes. Swoop! It grabs the walking stick. The stick insect squirts a bad smelling juice. Ick! The bird spits the walking stick out. Uh-oh! The young stick insect has lost a leg. That's all right. She will grow a new one when she grows a new casing, like I was saying. So some of them will grow back legs if they lose them. Good trick, walking stick. So even though the bird got a hold of its leg, she was able to let go of the, she was able to let her leg off of her body, and she didn't get hurt, and she was okay, right? She'll just grow a new one. The stick insect climbs looking for food. Up, up, up. So we weren't worried that we would step on any of the stick bugs this morning because we knew they would just start climbing up the walls. The tree has many leaves. The stick insect will not go hungry. The tree is filled with other stick insects. She will not be alone. That's for sure. 300 sisters.
Carly?
Yes.
Are there males? Are there boys in there?
We'll get to that in just a second.
Okay.
In the light of the day, she sits perfectly still on a twig. She has turned colors to match the bark. Good trick, walking stick. So depending upon what kind of branches or trees are around, they will change their colors. So sometimes mine turn a little bit darker, more maroon color, like a reddish color. And sometimes they're green. So they're the baby legs, the ones that I just showed you, their legs are green right now. So they change color all the time. And sometimes when they're sick, they will start turning a gray color, like when they're reaching the end of their life. So they change colors all the time. It's really interesting. Along comes a hungry squirrel. Uh-oh! The stick insect sways in the breeze with the branches. The squirrel comes near. Its tail brushes the stick insect. Too close! Quick as a sneeze. Achoo! The stick insect pulls in her legs and drops to the forest floor, just like a stick falling off of a larger branch. The squirrel scurries away. The stick insect is safe. Good trick, walking stick. So if they're in danger, they'll just fall off. They'll fall down. That's their defense. The walking stick doesn't move. All day she stays still. She can't run fast. She can't fly. She can only hide, camouflage like a stick, making herself look like a stick. The sunlight fades. Darkness comes. It is safer now. So the walking stick climbs back up into the tree. She joins the other walking sticks. She has changed color to match the night. Good trick, walking stick. In the dark, birds no longer looking for food. Squirrels rest. Only night animals move. Munch, munch, crunch, munch. The walking sticks move around too. Eating leaves, they eat and eat and eat. Let's see how much more I have. Okay, I have 3 more pages. Summer begins to fade. Colors pop out on the leaves. Female stick, here's where it talks about females and males. Female stick insects spritz their perfume into the cooling air. Male walking sticks smell the perfume. They choose mates. This stick insect does not find a mate. Alone, she sits on a twig until, from high in the tree, one at a time, her eggs fall to the forest floor. So there are some males, but that doesn't mean that they can't make more babies by themselves. Pretty interesting, right?
Yeah.
So all of I do not have any male stick bugs. They are all females, and so they are making they're making their own babies. They're all going to be girls. All of their babies will be girls. But if they do find a mate and they have a male, like a daddy, then they can make more boys.
More boys,
males.
yeah. Okay, thank you.
You're welcome. Drop, plop, drop. It's like a slow rain on an autumn day. Frost lulls the woods towards winter sleep. The air turns crisp and snowflakes drift to the forest floor, but the eggs are safe. Under the snow, inside the seed-like shells, the walking stick's daughters are growing. Until the day the snow melts, drip, 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 and spring blooms. Wiggle, wiggle, pop. Out walk more walking sticks. Good trick, walking stick. So that is what I am dealing with right now at my house. Lots of stick bugs. Yeah.